What's good, y'all? Stilo from Gravity Films, and today we are talking about the psychology behind what makes a videographer a great videographer. Not the way a person shoots, not the settings that this videographer puts the camera on, but what mentally goes on in a great videographer's head that makes them a great videographer. So I have 3 points that I want to share with y'all today. Also, these points are you're going to be able to attribute these aspects into many parts of your life, not just videography. So the first one I want to talk about is honesty. Why does honesty matter when being a great videographer? Well, let's take this example. Let's say you're on a video shoot and you're trying to figure out the perfect angle and you only got 30 minutes to shoot, right? So you're trying to see, oh, does this angle look good? Does that angle look good? Does an upward angle look good? But you don't have a lot of time. So every angle that you try, you don't really like, you're not really feeling, but you just settle for one. See, what happens when you settle for an angle is that you're diminishing the quality of that video. Now, if you took time to be honest with yourself, if you actually found an angle that you love, an angle that you'll feel good about, then that'll make your video better. Now, you could take that with any aspect of videography. You could say, hey, should this be shot on a tripod? Should this be shot on a stabilizer? If you settle for a tripod shot and you know that it should be shot on a stabilizer, that's going to diminish your quality. That's going to diminish the quality of the video. So in every aspect, you want to ask yourself, is this the best way to shoot this? Is this the best way to do this? And you have to be honest with yourself. The more honest you are with yourself, the better the video will be. So we're going to go into part two. Part two is focus. Why does focus matter? Everybody talks about focus. Everybody says, hey, don't get distracted. But why does it matter when it comes to videography? Well, I'll tell you this. When you're shooting, there'll be many distractions. You'll be like, dang, I'm hungry. Dang, what time is it? Do I have to do this at home? Should I be doing this? The more you're distracted, it'll take away from the quality of your video. Why? Because you'll forget to ask those questions. In the beginning, forget to ask those questions like, hey, should I shoot this way? Should I shoot it that way? Because why? You're distracted by other things going on in your life. The more you stay focused, the more honest you'll be able to be, because you'll be able to ask yourself those questions that you need to tell yourself the truth about to make the video a great video. So the last attribute I want to talk about when it comes to the psychology of being a great videographer is ambition. How much do you want it? So now, why does ambition matter when it comes to being a great videographer? Well, if you take the first two aspects that I talked about, which was focus and honesty, the more ambitious you are about your projects, about becoming great, the more focused and honest you'll be. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a class in high school or in school period that you just hated? Every time you walked in that class, you just felt out of it. You wanted to be in the back of the class. You couldn't really retain any other information because you just weren't interested in it. It's the same with being focused and honest, because those may be some of the aspects of being a videographer that may take the most energy out of you, that you may not want to do, that you may want to slack on because you just want to hold the camera. You just want to do your thing with the camera. But just like that class, why do you force yourself to study? Why do you force yourself to do the homework or pay attention to class? Because you want to be able to get in college. You want to be able to get into the college you want, get the degree that you desire, to get the job, to get the money, so you can have the life that you always dreamed of. It's the same with being focused and honest, being a videographer. Those are some of the aspects that you have to do in order to get what you want in the end. So the more ambitious you are about staying focused and staying honest, the greater your videos will be. Now, you're probably asking, where does this ambition come from? I don't know how to muster up this ambition that you're talking about. Does it just fall out of the sky? No. Ambition comes from you thinking back to why you're doing it. You taking that energy, maybe it's because you didn't have money growing up, and this camera is going to take you out of your situation. Maybe you just want to be the cool guy in school when you want to be known for being a great videographer. Maybe you were doubted all your life, but this is the one thing that you have that makes you feel whole, the one thing that you know you're good at. Every time you feel not ambitious, every time you feel like you don't want to pay attention, you don't want to be focused, you don't want to be honest with yourself, you go back and you think about why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Do you want to be great? Do you want to prove the people that doubted you wrong? That's how you create this ambition. That's how you create this great energy. The more energy that you can create and the more you're able to execute on being honest, focused, and ambitious, the greater your videos will be. Peace.